What up? It's Guido. Hope you're having a great league start. I'm having a great time right now as well. The weekend is over. It's been 2 days and I pretty much played the whole weekend, and I'm just gonna share my experience with Earthquake Champion. Overall, it's been really fun. I picked this build because it looked really fun, and also because champions are tanky, and this league is about surviving the ultimatums. I could finish like from tier 6. I'm not sure about tier 8 maps, but I haven't done a lot of those yet. But for tier 6 maps, I've done a couple of ultimatums to the end. It didn't seem too challenging. And by the way, I'm not some kind of speedrunner or ultra. I don't play all day, every day. Or on the weekend I did, but most of the time I don't do that. And in the background you can see right now tier 8 map I'm doing right now, and I'm doing that actually in a 4 link. I haven't found or I haven't really bothered getting a 5 link yet. I'm just maybe I'm gonna get the better chest because I don't. Yeah, now I started to feel like in the tier 8 map I was doing a conqueror there, and then I was like, okay, yeah, maybe now I need to think about a 5 link, you know, but that's not hard to get. Overall, this build requires, it does require you to do some clicks, you know. You have to do both of the war cries, earthquake, actually one more war cry, and I use smoke mine for more movement speed. It's just broken, I think. Smoke mine is kind of broken, but you know, that's how league starters work, you know. There's opportunity cost. I think that's how GGG sets this up also, that there's opportunity cost, which is you have to do more clicks, but on that you get more damage. And GGG, I think they're okay with these kind of builds. Now that's the overall overview of the build, and now let's get into some details. I'll show my gear and show you how I set it up, because I made some little changes. I'm checking the PoE Ninja other builds, and I don't see a lot of people going for that, so I'll give you my take on what I made a little bit different on my build. So this is my Atlas progression right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 watchstones. Oh, 8 actually. That's pretty good, eh? 8 watchstones. I have done 60 maps completed. Doing pretty good. This is my gear. This is my weapon. It's just basically tier 4 adds physical damage, crafted, regular increased physical, and then chance to bleed. That's actually pretty good, I think, for this build. And then just some... I need to upgrade this. This is good life, so that's okay-ish. I'll disassemble these bunkers. 4 starters, 4 starting off. It's okay. Ring. This is just for resistances. Okay, life resistances, good life, and this one has life and movement speed. So that's my gear. Flasks, I haven't found Lion's Roar yet, so I'm just running regular defense flasks with this one with increased damage. Maybe I should upgrade my flasks, and maybe I should actually switch something else. I haven't checked what's the damage increase for this. Maybe it's actually not worth it. As for the skill tree, I have basically taken the life node, and one of the changes I did, so you can see most of the tree right now. I'll link a point of building in the description. But one big change that I made that I see no one using is the Impaler. I have no idea why no one is using it. And this is kind of the main idea of my build. A little bit different how other people play this build. Because most of the people try to use less duration. And that decreases the damage, you know, because you can use something like melee physical damage. But, you know, you get to hit more often. My idea, a little bit different, is going big slams, which means that my main gem is basically Fist of War, and I'm just trying to slam all the time, only when I have Fist of War, which is like 1.84 second cooldown, and that's my attack speed, like that's my life, that's my attack speed. And instead, I'm trying to scale area of effect, like you saw in the video, so that my clear speed or my DPS, my clear speed is not like attack speed as fast as maybe I can hit everyone, but my damage, my clear speed is more area of effect. You know, that's why I picked up these nodes here to give REF effect as well, and these ones give REF effect. So that's what I'm trying to scale to get the damage up when clearing maps. And which means, and this is really good in this case because how the impale works. Impale works that when you hit an enemy, you get one impale, and when you hit the enemy next time, it's gonna deal additional damage, like based on how many times you impale. So I'm not going to attack this impaler gives you 4 seconds cooldown when you impales, but gives you max impales when you hit, right? But my attack speed is not 4 attacks per second, or I'm not gonna attack 4 times or 5 times to run out of impales if I hit something. Does that make sense? And when doing maps with Earthquake, I think this is even much better, because I tried to run up to monster packs, right? And what happens is, this is the first attack, right? If I hit some couple of enemies based on my impale chance, we'll get to that. If I impale one enemy, then everyone else gets impaled, and then my aftershock, which is this second attack, right? That gives that attack gets bonus damage from my first initial hit, right? So this is really good, I think, for specifically for clearing maps, right? And I don't need to invest a lot of gems or a lot of tree nodes into impale. Right now, my only impale is just Dread Banner, which is 20% chance to impale enemies, and that's what I'm running right now. So and for bosses, yeah, it kind of sucks. Probably I miss some impales and do it a little bit slower, but that's not what I'm really focusing right now. I'm also using Blood and Sand. That's like very important, so that I can get more area of effect, right? Because that's how my clear speed works. I'm also, of course, using Pulverize so that I get less attack speed, which is I don't need, and I get more damage. Now, regarding skill tree, Champion is really good in the sense that you have stun immunity while you have Fortify. And with these nodes, like Fortify nodes, attack speed, right? With these attack speed nodes and some of the attack speed nodes here as well and everywhere else, I have enough attack speed. This attack speed, I don't need more attack speed. It's like good. It's like good attack speed. But this, when I was playing, I realized very early that I need Fortitude. I picked this one as a second one, and I regretted it because, like I mentioned, a lot of my attack speed comes from these Fortify nodes, and when I don't have Fortify, I have slower attack speed and I get stunned, and I just died a bunch of times like that. I'm like, I forgot I don't have Fortify. It's like, oh, dead, stunned and dead. Basically, that's what happened. So very important to have Fortitude, which is okay, you know, gets you a lot of survivability. And for this one, I took also first to strike, last to fall, to basically get ailment removal when I get low to life, so that I don't have to worry about ailments as much. I'm not sure about the last one yet. Maybe you have some kind of suggestions. Maybe leave them in the comments. And for example, I don't want to take this Master of Metal because I know one additional impale will not do anything for me, because I'm this impaler, it brings my impales to 5. Like 4 additional, 1 impale plus 4 additional, that's 5 impale, that's max impales already. So there's no point really in speccing that, and I have to basically decide on those two. So that's the other difference. I want to also try to use these gloves, mainly because not this one, but attacks out 25% chance to cause bleeding, because I want to get 100% chance to cause bleeding. I think that would make my damage more consistent, and I would also get explosion. I think that will be really good. So that's my plan for the future right now. And also I'm considering very heavily later in the game using Bloodthirst support. I just need to scale my life a lot more so that it actually gives more value, because this gives damage based on your life, right? And maybe going low life, the new low life support gem. So this new gem, Petrified Blood, I'm thinking of using this because with this build, the cool part about this gem is that I can have pretty much permanent adrenaline on. Like I don't like the downside of having no elements removed when I gain adrenaline, right? So it means that I get shocked. I get shocked and I don't get the shock removed and I die. So that's what I'm kind of scared of. That's why I hesitant to go for it right away. But I kind of tested it a little bit out, and while you have low life, you can use flasks to get the life up, right? And games, okay, you have above low life, level life. Then something hits you or use some skills, your life hits below life, and adrenaline gets triggered. And that's how you could keep up adrenaline all the time. Adrenaline give 100% more damage and 30% movement speed and attack speed, I think. You can double check that. But the sad part is that I don't need the attack speed. That's also another one. I'm like, yeah, I don't really need that attack speed. So that could be a waste. Maybe it's better to keep it as a defensive option as more than an offensive one. About the playstyle, how my mindset of playing is that I try to keep both of my war cries up all the time. This is I can always have all my hits to have my war cries on, and this is the essential part of the build because I multiply, right? I get double damage, and again I get what 30 to 90% damage increase based on the number of exerted attacks. 90, 1, 30, 16, okay, could be. Anyway, 30% for more for each attack, right? So I can multiply both of those and just gives scales a lot of damage. So since I'm attacking very, very slowly, I can make sure that I always have it on. I war cry, you know, I can use this one, I can use this one. Okay, I need to use this one, you know, and then sometimes if I don't have anything to do right now, I use just Enduring Cry, you know, one war cry, boom, second one. And on my other, I don't know how to say, button place, I have Blood and Sand here, which I can use for bossing, which I haven't used it a lot, but seems like with Conquerors I'll start to need to have to use it right now. And also using have vulnerability here, and it's actually really cool that I can very easily use that. I can run up to a boss, it's like, hey boss, I slam, and I can use vulnerability. That's basically I slam, vulnerability, war cry, and I have basically time to do that. And it's super, super convenient. You see, maybe I'm doing that for Legions right now. I'm like, oh, maybe I need more damage for Legions. I woke up, boom, that, and I'll move on. Right? So that's it. The really one kind of downside is that sometimes you have to wait a little bit, and then you move on. When it's hitting the enemies, right? It's not like you zoom and you go up, because you're gonna miss some drops and it's gonna be annoying. So you have to like chill a little bit, you know. But I think it's still faster than trying to hit and slam everything, bam, 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 with slower slams. And of course I try to, since I have nice AoE, I think it's kind of nice. I try to get multiple packs at once, of course, right? Have one pack here, one pack here. I try to run in the middle and get both of them, you know, that works. And that's also an upside of having a big AoE. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope this was useful. Subscribe, and I hope you get those exile drops in your league and have a great league start. Bye bye.